So what exactly is the Black Widow Yelena Belova doing in Spider-Man Brand New Day? What's she doing with the new Avengers? What is her trajectory and Spider-Man's trajectory for Avengers Doomsday? Well, a brand new report has shed light on all of this. So in this video, that's exactly what we're going to break down because there is a lot to talk about, and when you really think about it, all of this does make sense because Spider-Man is a prequel to Avengers Doomsday, so it all clicks together. Spider-Man will be joined by Black Widow Yelena Belova, aka Florence Pugh, joining Spider-Man Brand New Day back at the start of production. Now, in regards to how extensive her role is, what exactly she's doing and all that, we don't have a full or clear grasp on this, but there is a bunch of info out there that if we click it all together, it sort of forms a picture in regards to what we can expect here. So the first thing we're going to go over here is the fact that Spider-Man Brand New Day, despite rumors that this is a film that takes place after Doomsday but before Secret Wars, because that was its initial placement in the timeline and the release schedule, we know that this is not the case, as Spider-Man Brand New Day takes place before Avengers Doomsday. Now, this is important because obviously this enables Yelena to appear in Avengers Doomsday, which we know she is a core member of the cast. So again, whatever happens with her character in Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to directly connect to what's going on in Avengers Doomsday, at least with her trajectory. But Spider-Man isn't in Avengers Doomsday. And if he is, it's going to be a minor cameo at best. Which then brings us back to what exactly is going on here. Why are things playing out like this? And also, how exactly does Black Widow make sense in a Spider-Man film? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about because apparently we know exactly why she's here. And well, she needs Spider-Man. So, per reports, Yelena in Spider-Man Brand New Day is just an extension of what we see between the events of Thunderbolts and the ending of Thunderbolts, which of course shows the new Avengers in Avengers Tower. So if you missed it or if you forgot, the ending of Thunderbolts takes place during Doomsday. So there is a time gap there where the events of Spider-Man play out, meaning that what we're looking at is that Yelena, between the ending of Thunderbolts and that mid-credit scene / post-credit scene, this is where Spider-Man takes place. Now, obviously, we know that Spider-Man is not a member of the Avengers, or he would have been featured in that scene if he was a member of their team. So the reports are stating that what's happening is after the Thunderbolts, we have Yelena, more or less as the de facto leader of the team, trying to recruit other members / former Avengers, and she seeks out Spider-Man because, hey, he's a local Avenger right here in New York. But that's not the only thing, because apparently she's also looking for others. She's really trying to boost her team and her team's status because, again, there's rivaling Avengers teams and people that are just off on their own now that want nothing to do with anybody. So Yelena is essentially trying to recruit every single person that can help. Spider-Man, possibly Frank Castle, and the Hulk, because again, he's no longer really a core Avenger. He's off doing his own thing as the Avengers don't exist. And Mark Ruffalo isn't even in Avengers Doomsday. So again, leaving the door open to tell a story where, yeah, there's missing members and we can go recruit them. Now, where things get even more interesting is that apparently Yelena is not actually associated with the new Avengers to the degree that we think. Apparently, this is still going to be the very early sort of proto-new Avengers. So the way we saw them operating when the Fantastic Four ship enters the atmosphere, they're not there yet. Apparently, they're still at odds with one another over what happened with Valentina and they're working together, but they're not really a coherent unit yet that understands that there's a massive problem that they need to work together for. Again, you can assume that this will be explained in Doomsday, and again, this is bridging the gap. So you can see how Yelena is desperate to get multiple other heroes on her team, which then brings us to Spider-Man and the Avengers, and how Spidey is not gonna be an Avenger going forward. Okay, so reports are stating that the future of Spider-Man is essentially the same thing that happened with Spider-Man in the previous iteration of his films and appearances. He is not really going to be an Avenger. Yes, he's going to work with them. Yes, he's going to appear alongside of them to help them out. But being a proper Avenger that's on the team, that's spending a bunch of time with the team and all that, that's apparently not happening. And again, this is how he was handled in Endgame and, of course, Infinity War. So, to me, while I get some people are going to have a knee-jerk reaction to this, I get it. And if you're mad at this, the only thing you should really be mad at is the Sony contract that's structured. Because to make him a core member of the Avengers, Marvel would need Sony to allow him to appear in multiple projects. And the only ones they want him appearing in is 3 Spider-Man films and multiple Avengers films. So that sort of limits his reach and how far around in the MCU he can get in terms of who he can bounce off of. Make no mistake about it, if they could, he would appear in Daredevil Born Again to set up a crossover. But again, they don't seem to want to do that. And at the same time, we're hearing about how Spider-Man 5 is going to be a street-level film again after Secret Wars. And then we're going to have a new iteration of the Avengers. So again, where exactly is his place on this team? Because he doesn't have one. And he doesn't really need one either. And since the Young Avengers will no longer be young, I mean, where exactly would you place him and what is his place? I don't really think he necessarily has one per se, and in the same way that many people think he would. So I'm okay with everything we're hearing. Yelena is in this film to try to recruit Spider-Man to the new Avengers. Spider-Man is going to be reluctant to join because he knows what happens when he joins a team. People around him get hurt. He also is trying to live a new life. He's trying to keep a low profile. He's really just trying to stay off the radar to the best of his ability, which he's done up until the events of Spider-Man Brand New Day. And then one could also assume that the Hulk is in this film as well to try to recruit him for Sam's team, which is the team I assume Hulk would go to. So again, there's a couple things here going on that I think make sense in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and I think will play out in a rather very interesting way in terms of how this connects to Avengers Doomsday. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.